I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
Number 20, Players Club. You don't need to know the history of legalized gambling to laugh at this In Living Color sketch featuring Jim Carrey. The future megastar does a great impression of showbiz icon Telly Savalas, who used to be the spokesman for the Players Club membership service.
Do you have as much free time as I do? Then what are you waiting on? Get yourself a Players Club. You'll receive up to 110% off on shows, rooms, and meals. With the Players Club, you'll get VIP treatment, baby.
However, he doesn't offer discounts on hotel rooms and in-demand Vegas shows. Carrey's Players Club is actually a weapon that's used to exact vengeance upon those unwilling to comp Mr. Savalas. Jim goes all in with his character impersonation.
And with the club, there's no problem getting good seats. Tony, can you fit me in? Bingo. Front row.
Additionally, the action on display plays the tough guy character Savalas was known for playing on the classic 70s television series Kojak. Number 19, Jheri's Kids. Jim Carrey's spot-on impressions helped make a ton of In Living Color bits absolutely unforgettable. In the Jheri's Kids sketch, he does an expert Jerry Lewis impersonation.
If you're just joining us, it's the 21st hour of the Jheri Kids Telethon. We're here to fight a deadly affliction, one that is suffered by millions of inner-city youths across this great nation of ours.
Carrey also makes fun of the Hollywood Legends Telethon that used to run every Labor Day weekend. But instead of fighting for a noble cause like Lewis would, the In Living Color comedian tries to stop the epidemic of Jheri curl hairstyles. Since this fashion trend had blown up in the 80s, the crowd loved seeing it get made fun of in the early 90s. Tommy Davidson also totally steals the show by warning us of the dangers of Jheri curls.
First, it was the in thing to do, man. Everybody had one, you know? Then things started going bad, man. My woman left me, man. Because she got tired of washing them pillow covers, man.
Despite leaning on specific references from the 90s, this sketch still feels funny and timeless. Number 18, Calhoun Tubs. The life of a unique Michigan personality was the impetus behind this recurring character from In Living Color star David Alan Grier.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Calhoun Tubs, known to my friends as Hard Fingers. See, that's because back in 1947, I once played the guitar for over 36 hours straight, for no reason at all.
In the sketches, the comedian parodied a real-life man known as Shaky Jake, who was fond of singing and making up exaggerated stories about his life. That meant that Grier's Calhoun Tubs was also an off-key singer and teller of tall tales. Sure, Grier's blues songs are presented as being a bit more confrontational and insulting.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be really famous.
Yeah, well, I bet you will be. In fact, I wrote a song about it. Like the head here it go. Little smart ass gonna be famous. Don't think you're gonna end up on the cotton mill.
But you know what? We just couldn't get enough. No matter what comes his way, Calhoun Tubs has a song for every occasion. Every tune is short, most songs are mean, and all of them are hilarious.
To make it in politics, you got to have a gimmick. The senator got him a gimmick, me. But matter of fact, he started my career by giving me my first job.
Number 17, Make a Death Wish Foundation. Jim Carrey's killer impersonation skills, no pun intended, when he revealed his dead-on interpretation of Charles Bronson.
Hey, pun scum. Here's a 45. You can keep the change. How about giving this kid a break?
Hey, mister, you wouldn't shoot Freddy the Frog, would you?
Of course not.
Okay, the last pun was intended. Carrey took Bronson's infamous and brutal character from the Death Wish series and put him in an unlikely scenario. The fictional Bronson's Make-A-Death Wish Foundation makes children's dreams come true at any cost. Carrey nails Bronson's vocal inflection while also parodying the Death Wish franchise's legendary reputation for violence.
How about giving the little kid his wish?
Are you out of your mind, son? This is the championship game. This is the biggest game of my life. You think I'm gonna let an 8-year-old kid go in there and beat that? Yeah.
He's not afraid to threaten and hurt people to ensure a kid can play major sports, fly an airplane, and more. Bronson's brutal foundation gets great results and makes us laugh at the same time. Number 16. Oswald Bates meets Barbara Bush. While this sketch wasn't the only one on In Living Color to feature the character of Oswald Bates, it's perhaps one of the funniest.
Oh, yeah. The pancreatic philosophy of your book, you understand, has syphilized the shadow. You dig?
The character was a recurring fan favorite who loved to wax poetic. However, he often used the completely wrong words to convey his feelings. That's why it was so amusing to see him come in contact with the sharp former First Lady Barbara Bush.
Oh, yes. A world of nocturnal commissions.
When she visits a prison that's implemented her literacy program, she finds Bates in jail. Although everything he says sounds like total nonsense, the former First Lady understands and talks back.
Is that the viscous mammalian glands, which stropulate my work,
Right.
clearly disembowel the placentitude of the very recticatality of my virtue.
Kelly Caulfield Park's Bush almost steals the show here from Damon Wayans as Bates. Their exchange was brief, nonsensical, and hilarious. Number 15. Juice Mania. Man, Jim Carrey just had a knack for parodying the pop culture zeitgeist, didn't he? Jay Kordich was a pioneering salesman for the juicing craze of the early 90s.
Hello, my name is Jay Kordich. Most of you know me as the Juice Man. Most of you attended my seminars or have seen some of the juices that I've made on network television.
His infomercials mainly espoused the health benefits of an extra juiced diet. To comedically demonstrate how effective the beverages were, Carrey went to extreme lengths.
Wow, man, where's your family now, Jay?
They're all dead. I outlived them all.
That's the beauty of the juice weasel. Wow, that's incredible, huh?
At one point, he even pulls what looks like an RV with his teeth. Carrey brings an astronomical amount of energy to everything he juices. Soil, garbage, dirty underwear, and more are all exciting ingredients to him. Carrey even claims that juice can grant invisibility and the power of flight.
Wait till you see me fly.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not in the script.
I
Jay?
can fly, Gordy, I swear I can. I can
Leon,
fly.
stop tape. Wait,
I
what?
can fly!
Jay. Oh my God, he jumped out the window.
While the drinks look disgusting, his enthusiasm for his concoctions almost make us want to try one. Heavy emphasis on almost. Number 14. Wanda Wayne. There's no denying that a sketch like this would be unlikely to be greenlit today. This recurring Jamie Foxx character saw him dressing up as an unattractive woman named Wanda Wayne.
Please welcome Miss Wanda Wayne. Holy crap!
Hey, what up? How y'all doing? Nikita, I told you I was gonna be on TV, girl.
At one point, the character was praised due to the comedian's committed performance and physical humor. He also occasionally used Wanda to call out famous fictional male characters who tried to use their power or authority to attract women.
You're right. I'm not good enough for you.
Hey, where you going? Now, don't be ashamed just because you're a white boy. I mean, I don't mind having a little cream in my coffee.
However, the fact that the humor of the skits mainly leaned on the fact that Fox was cross-dressing makes these scenes dated by today's standards.
Well, baby, what you're dealing with here is a 357 Magnum.
Hey, Dirty Harry. Sure, guys.
Look, why don't you make my day? Take off this blindfold. Let's play a little show and tell.
While the character's popularity can't be denied, Wanda also stands as a reminder of how much comedy has changed. Number 13. Background Guy. We've all seen at least one local news report where someone in the background just seems a little too excited about appearing on TV. Jim Carrey's background guy essentially plays the most exaggerated version of this kind of person.
We haven't seen you do a lot of that.
Throughout this recurring series, the background guy proves that he is willing to do almost anything to get 5 minutes of fame. Since Carrey didn't have many lines to work with here, these skits highlighted his incredible knack for physical comedy.
Do you have any leads on who might want these men dead?
Right now, our best guess is it was an inside job, perhaps linked to the reports that an internal battle.
He's definitely a consistent distraction for every poor news reporter that's simply trying to do their job. However, background guy was the main attraction in every In Living Color news story that featured him fighting to be noticed. Number 12. Wrath of Farrakan. In Living Color had a knack for providing unique twists on the classic art of the movie parody. Their take on Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, featured the minister, Louis Farrakhan, making an unannounced appearance on the USS Enterprise. Damon Wayans does a great job impersonating the controversial leader.
What do you want?
I've come to warn your crew.
Warn your crew.
Of their enslavement. Aboard this vessel.
That's poppycock. These people are perfectly free to do anything they like.
At the same time, Jim Carrey absolutely kills with a stellar William Shatner impression. Their performances shine in a skit where Farrakhan attempts to stir rebellion and dissension amongst the crew because he insists they're bound to their positions.
You cannot harm me. My people have survived 400 years of slavery. 300 years of apartheid. And 25 years of the Jeffersons and syndication.
Once Farrakhan succeeds, he orders the Enterprise to boldly go where no man has gone before for a memorable ending. Number 11. Homeboy Shopping Network. Over the years, plenty of personalities and channels have featured home shopping shows that viewers can call into. But we're still willing to bet that none of them were quite like this. One popular In Living Color sketch centered around the Homeboy Shopping Network.
Welcome to the Homeboy Shopping Network. Yo, we're the host with the most. I'm Wiz, this the Iceman. Chun.
Instead of relying on shiny new products, the hosts gave you stolen goods at a discounted price for a limited time. Actually, make that a very limited time. That's because the Homeboy Shopping Network was almost always interrupted by incoming authorities or police.
You two, down there, freeze! Stop what you're doing!
Sounds like Beverly Hills Cop 2. Well, you know what that means? It's showtime. That's right, we'll see you next week. Same time, different star.
The sketch also gave audiences a now iconic In Living Color catchphrase.
More money, more money, more money.
Number 10. Defrosting Vanilla Ice. Out of all the stars In Living Color introduced to a primetime audience, a little comic by the name of Jim Carrey is one of their most notable.
Yo, VIP, let's kick it.
While he had plenty of highlights on the show, he absolutely nailed it as a musical parody of Vanilla Ice and his hit song, Ice Ice Baby. Carrey commits to the clothes, hair, and outrageous dance moves.
I become richer with every endeavor. I'm living large and my bank is stupid because I just listen to real rap and stupid.
He perfectly exaggerates Ice's already out there personal style while giving us a musical performance we'll never forget. In a sea of excellent musical parody sketches on In Living Color, this Ice parody floats to the top. Number 9. Bonita Betrell spills the tea. Gossip? Heavens no. Bonita Betrell wouldn't dream of speaking out of turn about a soul.
I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Except that's exactly what this character did, to exaggerated comedic effect. Kim Wayans encapsulates every local neighborhood gossip perfectly with this dirt-dishing homebody. Bonita Betrell couldn't help but speak directly to the camera about basically everyone she knows.
You're the smartest little thing on TV. Dumbest little thing is more like it. Take her 3 days to watch 48 hours.
The best running gag in these skits is that she tries to avoid talking badly about Miss Jenkins, but usually slips up for one hilarious final punchline.
Woo, we almost Miss Jenkins, honey, that was a close shave. Whew. And speaking of close shaves, she could use one. That woman's got so much facial hair, she looks like Chewbacca with a weave.
Number 8, karate instructor Bob Jackson. Jim Carrey's back again to excel at what he does better than nearly any comic out there: physical stunts. If there's one running theme throughout Carrey's various characters on In Living Color, it's their tendency to hurt, injure, or otherwise maim themselves just doing their jobs.
Welcome to the first meeting of complete self-defense for women.
Bob Jackson, karate instructor, was no exception. He always seemed to get pushed to the brink of mortal injury. In Jackson's self-defense class for women, he ends up getting stabbed by one of his students.
I'm fine. I shifted my internal organs to avoid the knife.
Carrey's over-the-top reaction absolutely works within the realm of the character's larger-than-life persona.
You see, you're still bending your elbows. You've got to keep your arm completely straight. That's the whole key.
Number 7, the head detective gets on the case. The laws of physics are thrown out the window for this hilarious procedural parody involving a different sort of detective. A head detective, in fact. Damon Wayans plays a short gumshoe that only has a head with tiny feet and arms, and, well, that's about it.
Why do I always have to wear the disguise?
Because you're the best. You're the master, Head. I mean, who's the department gonna get, me?
A lesser sketch comedy show might take this ridiculous premise and only rely on physical comedy bits. Luckily, the In Living Color writers knew exactly what to parody about the classic crime stories to make the head detective sketches take themselves just seriously enough to be smart and funny.
Just go check out the back. I'll keep an eye on things here.
Okay, wait. We need a code word that you can yell if you get in trouble.
How about help, you idiot?
Somehow the show and audience suspend their disbelief about the gag and enjoy the side-splittingly hilarious head detective.
Look like the game's over, huh, Chief? I just want to know one thing. Why'd you frame me?
I had to.
Number 6, the Headlies. In this world, there's the average hard-working American family, and then there's the Headlies.
I work 15 jobs. I don't have time for your foolishness. When I come home, I'm tired, damn it.
Listen, you think you're the only one work hard? I got 9 jobs myself, you know. Plus, I have to do all the cooking and the cleaning and the washing around here, not to mention the welding.
This family is notorious for working a ridiculous amount of jobs. They also can't fathom the shame when their daughter, Margaret, starts dating a boy with, gasp, only one job.
How many jobs he got to make $100,000? Only one? He's a doctor?
One job! One job! They're going to date the boy with one job!
I hear it.
This may seem like a one-note premise. However, the In Living Color cast nails it as usual thanks to their commitment to the characters. The fact that the Headley sketch wasn't just a one and done was a testament to the fact that the viewers wanted to see how the family was getting by week after week.
How long will he be off his feet?
Off his feet? That's what got him here in the first place. He had a hemorrhoid the size of a coconut on his behind.
What do you prescribe?
I prescribe 10 jobs.
10 jobs?
That's right, 10 jobs a day keep a doctor away.
Number 5, Anton Jackson. Every member of the Wayans family came up with recurring characters and sketches for us to enjoy. Damon Wayans was particularly great at coming up with the iconic Anton Jackson, an unhoused man with a very memorable way of speaking.
My name is Anton, and this is my house / bathroom / kitchen / backyard / library.
His unique take on the character was able to fit easily in a bunch of different hilarious scenarios. We saw him appear everywhere from Thanksgiving dinner to a military recruitment office.
I don't have time for this. I'm in the middle of a rapid deployment. Well, I'm in the middle of unemployment.
Anton even takes a jab at home improvement shows along the way. While he may be strange at times, we couldn't help but laugh every time.
Mr. Jackson, I wonder if you wouldn't be so kind as to do the honors with the turkey.
Hey, I ain't never done nothing with no turkey before. Who told you that, Clarence? He's lying.
Number 4, Black World. In Living Color didn't always deal with serious issues, but Black World was one awesome exception.
Chrissy! Huh? What are you doing?
I'm sitting and waiting
and being quiet?
Takia Crystal Kima led this funny and topical sketch. She plays a little girl who's waiting for her mother to finish cleaning a movie theater so they can go home at last. During the sketch, she presents her fantasy land of Black World to the audience.
In Black World, all the black people have the money, and your mother doesn't have to sit and stay up in the theater and clean up late at night while you have to sit and wait and be quiet.
Kima uses this construct to reference some of the daily struggles faced by the black community. She also juxtaposes those hardships with an idealized society of inclusion and acceptance. It's a sketch that pulls on the heartstrings just as much now as it did back in season 1.
Oh, and when you go to the store, the white people don't follow you around and ask you if you have some money, like they know you don't have any money because your mother didn't give you any money because she didn't have any money.
Number 3, Men On. Our next entry is as controversial now as it was upon its debut in the very first episode of In Living Color. Men On, starring David Alan Grier and Damon Wayans as Antoine Merriweather and Blaine Edwards.
3 words. Fabulism.
Boy, I hope I look that good when I'm 40.
They both played into stereotypes of gay men while reviewing movies and other subjects on a weekly basis. The pair's rating system and the witty repartee between Wayans and Grier were a hit with viewers at the time.
And I found that those padded shoulders were just too Joan Crawford.
And speaking of old fish, what about those cheerleaders? Hated them.
However, the men's performances, while good, still strike a nerve among many thanks to how gay men were perceived then and how they still are today.
Well, our next piece is truly a work of art.
Yes, it is.
It's Michelangelo's Statue of David.
Gasp and swoon, I just caught the vapors.
Number 2, Fire Marshal Bill. Fire Marshal Bill was arguably one of Carrey's best-loved breakout characters from his tenure on In Living Color.
I know what you're thinking. We're all perfectly safe in this classroom, right?
Right.
Wrong.
This firefighter was similar to Carrey's Bob Jackson character in that he was always on the receiving end of some kind of disaster by the sketch's climax.
Never better.
In Bill's case, however, his damage was usually far more explosive and even more exaggerated than the karate instructors. Carrey's character also boasted his own witty catchphrase, "Let me show you something," right before things went haywire.
Did you know that deep-sea fishing is the #1 cause of cruise ship casualties? Let me show you something.
This is one of the sketches that didn't need an elaborate setup. Every time Fire Marshal Bill rolled in, we were ready to laugh. Number 1, Homie the Clown. We're willing to bet that you've never met an entertainer as unpredictable as Homie the Clown. Played to comedic perfection by Damon Wayans, this clown was actually a criminal serving out his debt to the community. Unfortunately, he seemed to have a really short fuse when it came to the people he was supposed to entertain.
Hey, what y'all want me to do first?
What? Now do a silly clown dance for us.
Oh. Yeah, degrade myself, huh? I don't think so.
Get on Homie's bad side and boom. An unwilling guest will get hit upside the head with a tennis ball and a sock. Wayne's catchphrase, "Homie, don't play that," caught on almost immediately.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
That's all right, Hobie Jr. I know a very nice white family that would be all too thrilled to have a little son.
Everyone wanted to hear him say those legendary words as he tried his best to grin and bear the sentence of his work release program.